So far we've taken a look at how we can add or enhance color, but what about those situations where we want to remove or correct color? Well, let's take a look at how we can do that. In particular, let's take a look at how we can brighten or whiten teeth. Here you can see that I have a couple of different adjustments that I've made, and you can notice the pins here. What I like to do in order to make a new adjustment is to press the K key once to exit out of those, and then to press the K key another time so that none of these are selected. Now at this juncture, I'm going to go ahead and reset all of my effect settings, and I'll do so by holding down the Option key on a Mac, Alt key on a PC, which will then change effect to reset, and I'll click on that. And a lot of times you want to do that just so you have a nice, clean, fresh start with all of your settings. Alright, well let's zoom in, and let's do so by clicking on the one-to-one view so that we have a nice close-up view of the teeth. Well, here what we want to do is we want to desaturate. Now, desaturating 100 points will be overkill. The teeth won't look good. But a lot of times what you do with this tool is you exaggerate your adjustment and then you sweeten it up. You find that sweet spot after you've made the adjustment. All right, well, what about our brush size? Probably just kind of a medium-sized brush, about as big as a tooth. So I'll press the right bracket key here to make this a little bigger. Flow, let's bring this up a little bit. And then auto mask turned on. Next, all that I need to do is to click and drag, and what I want to do is just make sure that what's happening here is anything that I paint on with the crosshairs, so the little plus in the middle, that is the area that will receive this particular adjustment, and it's going to build a mask based on what I'm clicking on there. Alright, well so far so good, that looks nice. Here you can see that we can do a number of different adjustments now that we have the teeth, right? What we can do is we can change the exposure. Now a quick word of caution here. If I go too far, it's going to look really bad, whether darkening those teeth or brightening those teeth. So when you're using these other controls like exposure, brightness, or contrast, just be a little bit cautious, but know that sometimes this can help. Now the main thing we need to focus in on is saturation. So what I need to do is to bring this up so that I have essentially a little bit of a shade that's closer to white, but I'm not interested in pure white, and I'm definitely not interested in gray. That gray color, completely desaturated, isn't interesting at all. So I'll go ahead and just find a nice sweet spot for this. Okay, well let's say that I think this looks good. Here's what I want to do. Press the H key to hide those edit pins. Next, what I'm going to do is click on the flip switch here. Here's my before, and then click it again. There's my after. Nice, subtle, and clean adjustments. Now, it may be a little bit too strong. In that case, I might bring back a touch of the saturation. Because remember, one of the things that's important when you're working with the teeth is you don't want to draw too much attention to the teeth. What you want to do is draw attention to the overall face. Because the teeth are already so bright, you have to be really careful with this. So let's zoom out a little bit and then flip this switch. Here's our before and then after. And at least on my monitor, this looks really nice. And now we have successfully corrected color.